the black people, all of you, Black Americans, Negroes, coloreds, niggers, the ones who think that black people don't need repair, recompense, and redress. I get it. I totally get it. You some clown ass niggas. So I understand that part too. And I understand why y'all don't think we need anything. But the fact right now that gas is approaching $5 a gallon nationally, food prices are going up nationally, and your wages are not nationally. You are in a slow sinking ship. So if you don't want to fight for reparations, repair, redress, recompense for freedmen, stay the fuck out my way. Because that's the only place I'm going from this point on. Please understand this. Please understand this.
Buttermilk biscuits, I enjoy it.
Let's get it. Sister Shanna. Freedman Media. That's me. These are mine. For the public, it'll be freed men. But I'm a freed man. And we got more black histories. I dropped one back there. I got one on right now. This is all I'm rocking all motherfucking year. Because I'm a freedman. More than a black man. More than an African American. I ain't no goddamn POC, BIPOC, and I definitely ain't no minority, bitch. The only minority I am is I'm in a minority, because there ain't very many motherfuckers out here rocking like me. We gonna come hard and fast today. Hard and fast. Ain't no point in belaboring the moment on this one. So, I guess we back to normal. The new normal in America. This is the new normal in America. Get that baby to the vet and get her home safe. All the motherfucking parking spaces in the lot, and this motherfucker pulls up right next to me. Get your ass away from me, nigga. Chatham County, North Carolina. You bitches are on the clock. And anybody down in North Carolina needs to be checking on these folks. Anybody in North Carolina, anybody close to Chatham County or in driving distance to Chatham County, they need to be checking on these folks down here. Undoubtedly, they freedmen. I bet you they freedmen. I bet my bottom dollar they freedmen. A North Carolina school board voted unanimously to approve an action plan. Fuck your action plan. This 2022. What kind of action plan could you put in place that's going to prevent another one of these motherfuckers from happening. The action plan should have just been, there shouldn't have been any action. This is a reaction plan. Reported in the district, including a student-organized mock auction of black students. The group of parents and community members have called on the Chatham County Schools District to make changes after several reported racial bullying instances at the school in the district. In a Facebook post on March 4th, Ashley Palmer, said her black son, I don't know why he had to be a black son. Why couldn't he just be her son? Why did it have to be a black son? And the only reason I'm making a motherfucking big deal about this is because it's fucking CNN. It's CNN. They supposed to be allies to y'all niggas. CNN's supposed to like y'all. Fox supposed to be against you. CNN's supposed to be for you. But they said, Ashley Palmer said her black son told her that some of the classmates were sold in a mock slave auction at J.S. Waters School, which serves K through 8. Our son experienced a slave auction by his classmates, and when he opened up, we were made aware that this type of stuff seems to be the norm. Seems to be the norm, but this is the only story that we're hearing about it. So he didn't think it was worth sharing. So normal that it's no big deal to him. His friend went for $350, and another student was the slave master because he knew how to handle them. He knew how to handle them. These are middle school kids. Palmer wrote in her post, she wrote the students also sang the nigger song. I didn't know there was an actual nigger song, but I guess there's a nigger song. In a later post, Palmer said that the students involved in the auction received a 1-day suspension. Ethnic intimidation, hate crime, nigger is a racial slur, and you held a slave auction, and they got a 1-day suspension. I can see you guys are really at the top of this one, Chatham. And alleges her son was assaulted by a classmate and has faced continuous harassment at the school since he reported the incident. So basically, they intimidated him ethnically prior to the slave auction, during the slave auction, and have continued to intimidate him ethnically after the slave auction, and only 1-day suspensions have been handled out thus far. Whose ass we need to kick in North Carolina on this? Who's the superintendent of Chatham County Schools? Who's the teacher where the auction was held? Who's the principal where the auction was held? Everybody needs to lose their job yesterday. CNN was unable to reach Palmer for additional information. It doesn't make any difference, CNN. She's tending to her black son, you bitches. During public comment at the Chatham County School Board meeting Monday, several students and parents and community members spoke to the board about their experiences with racism and concerns over the incident. One mother who said her son was one of the children allegedly sold in the mock slave auction. Why are we saying allegedly when the shit happened? This ain't no court case. We know this shit happened, or it wouldn't be here, or it wouldn't made it to CNN. This value news outlet, whatever. One mother who said her son was one of the children allegedly sold in the mock slave auction told the board about the conversation she had with them about hearing from another parent about what happened. I asked my son why he didn't tell me. He responded, "Mom, it wasn't a big deal." And I said, I am a mother and had to explain to my son, being auctioned off as a slave is unacceptable. Like I said, these kids don't think it's a big deal because they experience racism every day, all day. Every day, all day. And the only thing that happens to these kids is obviously a slap on the wrist. They get a slap on the wrist. They get a one-day suspension for ethnically intimidating students. Okay. This moment is my son's early life has already made him question about playing sports that he loves with his friends. Now the boy don't even want to play sports. He don't even want to deal with extracurricular activities because he know he's going to have to come across some of these little mayonnaise-ass race soldiers in training. This is why you got to teach your kids, ladies and gentlemen. You got to teach your kids about the racism. If they don't want to teach critical race theory, you teach it. Because all it is American history. American history and America in the present. My grandkids are going to be ready for what they're going to experience in the world. Right now, they're just a little too young to really understand. But they're going to be ready and they're going to be armed with knowledge and how to deal with these race soldiers. I was fortunate with my daughters that they didn't have to deal with too much bullshit coming up. But I already see it's about to get chaotic again. Because when you got bad leadership, and you got bad national leadership and bad local leadership, you've got to fend for yourself and your family. These schools don't give a fuck about your kids, black people. They don't give a fuck about them. And if you don't give a fuck about them, then you're not going to teach them for what's to come. Because what's to come is some bullshit. Before I go any further, I would like to know from some of y'all lurking motherfuckers out here, whether it be in YouTube, Facebook, Twitter. I appreciate the Twitter views still. Y'all still giving me love over there. And I'm going to get a Twitter space going soon. I got some big things popping over the next few days and shit. I got to set up an interview with the motherfucker who is actually running for United States Senate. Not none of you coon-ass niggas in Michigan, because y'all don't want this smoke. I need somebody that's going to fight for freedmen. I need somebody that's going to fight for Native Black Americans. I'll even fuck with y'all on this one. Foundational Black Americans. Because it really doesn't contradict with freedmen. Actually, it rides right along with it. But I'm not saying I'm one. I know I'm a freedman. But for those who call themselves foundational, he rocks with y'all. He rocks with us. He speaks on specificity. And when I have him up on the screen with me, he's going to drop that motherfucking knowledge. Keeping a buck with you every fucking time. This moment is in my son's early life, and he's questioning playing the sports he loves with his friends, and I pray this does not impact him mentally and socially going forward. Stop praying, mama. It already has. I need you reactive parents to be proactive parents. Stop saying I'm going to pray on it. I'm going to hope it don't affect him later on. Of course it's going to affect him later on. It's affecting him now. Of course he's going to have to go to counseling. But that's later on. You've got to talk to him now. He's got to know that you got his back a buck now. His daddy's got his back a buck now. His family's got his back a buck now. Pray on it when you get ready to go to bed. But when you're up, get your eyes open, get off your knees, and teach your son how to fuck a race soldier up mentally first. He ain't got to get physical unless they get physical. But you teach him how to fuck a race soldier up mentally. Put it in his heart and his spirit. Mentally is how you ruin a man. Not physically. That's how you disable a man. But you can ruin a man mentally by fucking him up. Right here. Before presenting the school board with an action plan, Superintendent Anthony Jackson offered an apology. Now, I don't know if Anthony Jackson is black. He sounds like he may be black. His name is Anthony Jackson. I'll find out if he is indeed black, if he is indeed a freedman. As a father, as an educator, and as a grandfather. So he's a grandfather. He's an old motherfucker. He's an old motherfucker as a superintendent. So I hope he is a freedman. Tonight was very difficult. It's difficult to sit here and listen and hear and hurt for our children. Schools are for children, and as partners with parents, we are responsible for helping students realize their full potential. I like that statement from Superintendent Jackson. Whether he's black, white, or purple, I like that motherfucking statement. Now I just need to see him put some motherfucking muscle behind his hustle. Because he hustled me on this. As many people identified tonight, creating safe environments for students is the first promise schools make to families. Then you need to make Chatham County Schools at J.S. Waters Middle, you need to make that a motherfucking safe place for freedmen, Superintendent Jackson, because right now they being brutalized. Uh-oh. As a newcomer to our school system and to this community, before I offer any plans, I want to do something that needs to be done publicly. I want to offer an apology. So he's new. He ain't got his heels really dug in yet. Brother Derek Askew, reparations right motherfucking now, bruh. They cash apping all your money over to Ukraine, Brother Askew. They cash apping all your motherfucking redress over to the Ukraine right now. You don't believe me? Here. Y'all ain't got to believe me. Here, listen to this. Here we go.
This new package on its own is going to provide unprecedented assistance to Ukraine. Now I'm once again using my presidential authority to activate an additional security assistance to continue to help Ukraine fend off Russia's assault. An additional $800 million in assistance. That brings the total of new U.S. security assistance to Ukraine to $1 billion just this week. These are direct transfers of equipment from our Department of Defense to the Ukrainian military to help them as they fight against this invasion. And I thank the Congress for appropriating these funds.
He used his presidential power. The Congress appropriated those funds. $1 billion cash app to Ukraine this week. But you niggas ain't got nothing the whole time he's been in office. And he said he'd have your back because you had his back. How does that make you feel? How does that make you feel that he looked you right in your eye and said, thank you for getting me elected? Walked away from the mic and he ain't said shit to you since.
Buttermilk biscuits. I enjoy it.
So, as we continue with Chatham County Schools and Superintendent Jackson in the middle of his apology. An apology to every single student who has ever felt unsafe while in our care, to every student who has ever felt demeaned, disrespected, or marginalized because of their race, ethnicity, sex, gender, religion, or disability. Stop. Stop in the name of hate. Because see, he went a little all lives matter to me. He veered off the road a tad bit because ain't no Latino kids, ain't no Asian kids, ain't no Native American kids, ain't no Arabic kids being marginalized and sold at slave auctions. Anthony. These are black kids. Only black kids were sold at the slave auction. So why are we talking about different ethnicities? Talk about the people that are marginalized. Talk about the people that are demeaned. Talk about the people that are disrespected. Those are black people. Those are freedmen, especially in North Carolina. Save the bullshit for your PTO meetings when you're not discussing this. You can give all that all lives matter shit. I understand it. That's how you elevate it, Anthony. See, a motherfucker like me would never be able to elevate to a position like that. I'm not as homogenized as a motherfucker like Anthony and probably ain't got enough degrees on the wall. Because, see, I'm going to make sure everybody is taken care of. But, see, that heightens the security for black people. That's why we need to be a protected class. Because we are the first to be brutalized and marginalized and demeaned and disrespected, but we're the last to be taken care of. When it's time to take care of everybody, they take care of everybody. They don't just take care of the people that are brutalized, they take care of everybody. In Chatham County schools, we proudly boast that diversity, here we go, is our strength. How much diversity do you have in a slave auction where only black people were sold? And I like to hear when white people be like, you know, there was Irish slaves too. There was Italian slaves too. How come ain't no Italians being sold at these slave auctions? How come ain't no Irish people being sold at these slave auctions? European peasants are selling black people. It's the way it started. That's the way it's always been. How come ain't no Latinos and Asians being sold at these slave auctions? I mean, it's just a mock auction. Why can't you mock that they were slaves? Because you mock reality. You don't mock falsehoods. Why would you mock a falsehood? A mockery is a falsehood. So that's a double negative. Y'all gonna stop playing with me. In Chatham County schools, we proudly boast that diversity is our strength, and moving forward, it will be our intentional focus to ensure that this celebration includes everyone. Moving forward, my personal commitment to you is that we will do better. Yeah, he sounds like a man that just got the job. He sounds like a man that just got the job. He done cashed them first few checks. Mrs. Jackson feeling good about herself. She done got her new house and whatnot. So they probably moved to the district. They probably new to the district. And he really ain't got his heels dug in that community. So he got to kind of tread lightly and say all that politically correct shit. Well, I don't. Because I'm not from Chatham County. I'm from Washtenaw County. Ann Arbor, Michigan, born and raised. Ypsilanti resident now. Pittsfield Township, if you want to be specific. But I rides for black people and I rides for freedmen. And that's who's getting brutalized in Chatham County. Freedmen. Jackson's action plan includes changes in the district policy to how discriminatory situations would be handled. From start to finish, including notification of parents and guardians, investigation, discipline, social support, resources for victims, staff training, and after action plan. Sounds like a whole bunch of all lives matter mumbo jumbo. I want to hear criminal charges. I want to hear permanent expulsions. I want to see white kids walked up out the school with motherfucking bracelets on for ethnic intimidation, hate crimes, racial slurs. And if you touch the kids while you're selling them, that's assault and battery. Because you know how to handle them. The board voted unanimously to adopt his action plan. I bet you they did. I'd like to see the chemical makeup of the board too. How many black folks on the board? I don't even know if Anthony Jackson is black. He may be black, but if the whole board is white, we already know where this is going. And I bet you one of them board members, I bet you they are related to one of the people that fucking held the slave auction. If one of them white, I bet you they're a cousin of a cousin of a cousin. Aren't they all down there? Don't get me started. When reached for more information on the incidents, the Chatham County School District referred CNN to a letter that Jackson sent to the community and his comments during the board meeting. Yeah, because they didn't fucking need y'all. They didn't need y'all. They said, you know what? Refer to the letter. We don't need you misappropriating shit the way you misappropriate shit on your telecast, on your radio broadcast, on your live streams. We don't need y'all fucking up shit. I have faith in Anthony Jackson's words to a degree. When he starts talking that all lives matter shit, I back up a little bit because I already know that all lives matter excludes blacks. And Black Lives Matter doesn't actually include us either. It's just a good rhythmic chant that people said for a couple years. Now, how come ain't nobody chanting no more? You notice that? Where Black Lives Matter at now? I mean, I do know where they really at. They up in them palatial estates that they bought with all the money y'all gave them. I told y'all niggas stop sending them money. But nah, you didn't want to stop sending them money. You kept sending them money. And what'd they do with y'all money? They went and bought some palatial estates all over the country, even in Canada, where the other Black Lives Matter was. They had another Black Lives Matter headquarters in Canada that y'all don't even know about. And they was getting bread out of Toronto's ass and the rest of Ontario's ass for 2 years as well. Ran by the founder of Black Lives Matter's wife. Boy, they hemmed y'all niggas in with that one. Black Lives Matter, my balls. So yeah, North Carolina, we on that ass. Chatham County, I gotta go. You know what? I got a couple more minutes. I thought I was gonna run long on this. Let me see what Chatham County's makeup is. Chatham County. First thing that pops up. Chatham County pops up. Slave auction. This place was founded in 1771. So we know who built this city. We built this city. We built this city. Chatham County is a county located in the Piedmont area of the United States of North Carolina. They're about 60,000 strong, 70,000 strong. Let's see, demographics. 70% Caucasian, 10% black. Then you go down and they got point something native. Point something, or I'm sorry, 2.2 Asian. A lot of Asians compared to Native Americans that live in Chatham. But when you get down just a little bit further, 4.25 other or mixed. We already know they black. And then you got Hispanic or Latino, 13.6%. So, you telling me that there's more Latinos, more Hispanics than black people? But black people are still the most marginalized, most demeaned, most disrespected in this place? See, y'all ain't put no essays on the slave block. Huh? How is it more of them than us, but y'all picked us out? Oh. Stop Latino hate. Stop Asian hate. Fuck y'all. That's what it is there. Yeah. Oh boy. So I need to see who Anthony Jackson is. Schools superintendent. There we go. He's black. Anthony Jackson. He's got a master's degree in education. Is the superintendent of the Chatham County School District. He looks like a freedman. He looks like a freedman. I'd like to know his background. I'd like to know more about Anthony Jackson and his background. But more importantly, I'd like to know his blackground. I don't really need to know his background. I need to know his blackground. Because his background might just tell me what his background is about. Yeah, I want to know where he's at. Is he a boule bourgeoisie? Or is he a nuck if you buck freedman? Let's see if they then says 17 years of Canada career. Okay, family. I need to know where your family's at. Where your family at, bro? He has 2 adult children and 1 grandchild. He's a Sigma. He's married to Dr. Tawana Allen Jackson, a professor of educational leadership at High Point University. Nice. Nice. Oh, he's an alpha and he's a Sigma. How you be both? How you be both? I didn't think you could be alpha. I didn't know you could be both. I thought they was competitors. Excuse me, our little business popping up here. County, not Chatham City. So Anthony looks like Anthony got 2 adult children, 1 grandchild. Okay. Dr. Tawana's a wife. Got it. Seems like he's a pretty thorough motherfucker on the education side. But I need to know where he really stands on the freedman side. He was 2020's Craig's Phillips Superintendent of the Year. Okay, I'll fuck with that. He's obviously been given some awards and accolades. I just need to make sure that he's not a bootleg. Like I said, I'm not going to discount what he said because I know he had to say what he had to say for the public. But does he get down for his background? His background is thorough. I'm gonna fuck with Anthony right now. I have a hard time condemning a person just over something that I know that he had to say to push the needle. But I need to see his action after this. If I see another incident at Chatham schools, then I'm gonna have to talk to Anthony. I'd really like to talk to Anthony now. I wonder if he'll take a call. I need to stay focused. I need to stay focused on my United States Senator candidate. I'm gonna stay focused on that. We're gonna get that done in the next week. He's a busy man, and reaching out to me personally, I took it as a very humbling moment. Because that means he's obviously watched my videos. That means he's watched my post. Yeah, he felt the freedman heat. Because we freedmen on fire. I already told y'all, it's just a matter of time. It's just a matter of fucking time. And y'all gonna be sitting around.
Where is JJ getting all this cash?
You motherfuckers. And all I gotta say is, I'm tired of you bootlicking ass people looking at my post, trying to say little greasy shit to the side, or even behind the scenes. I already told y'all friends? Not really y'all friends. Anybody in Washington County needs to be understanding this. Y'all need to shut the fuck up and stop talking about me in my post. Stop talking about me in my videos, jump in these chat rooms, and motherfucking speak your piece. You bitch ass motherfuckers, y'all don't do shit but gossip and masturbate. Yeah, I said it. Y'all don't do nothing but gossip and masturbate. Hoe ass bitches. You know what masturbation is? It produces nada. Self-gratification. Y'all really just masturbating each other, you motherfuckers. Brother Ted Hicks in this bitch. See, I'm at the end of my rope with y'all bitches. I'm at the end of it. So I have no filter for you anymore. Because you have nothing for me, I have nothing for you. I ask you to galvanize. I've asked you to get on code just with yourself. You ain't got to align with me, bitch. Just align with yourself. You already saw how your holidays was fucked up. Now all your days about to be fucked up. You used to be filling up for 50. Now you're getting a half tank for 50. You used to go get that 3-pound burger, boy. Now you back down to a pound of burger. Y'all was getting a couple steaks in them packs. Now you're getting one steak and cutting it in half. You was eating good, eating them chicken hot dogs, eating them turkey franks. Now you back to a motherfucking 3-meat hot dog. Mechanically separated animal parts. You motherfuckers don't understand what's coming for you. He's giving $1 billion a week to Ukraine right now, and he ain't gave y'all shit the whole time he's in office. Look at what he just did with the HBCUs. Look what he just did. He gave them the least amount of money that he could. He gave Asian serving institutions billions. He gave Hispanic serving institutions billions. He gave HBCUs $2.7 billion. 2.7. He gave Ukraine $1 billion just this week alone. And you motherfuckers are gonna stand by and say nothing and do nothing but vote blue no matter who? You clown ass, coon ass niggas. I have nothing but heat for you. And for all y'all that voted for the Chucks and Pearls, for the Ski-Wee, how's that working out for you? How's that working out for you?
Slow down, everybody. No. Can I get a witness?
Chased by KA sign, wanted by the Sigmas, now the Q's wanna try. They want some ski-week, 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 ski-week.
To all the people out there listening, to all the people out there understanding, and I ain't saying agreeing, because everybody ain't got to agree with me, but you do have to agree with one thing. They got everything and you have nothing. I'm not saying we all downtrodden and shit. We moving out here. We moving. If we wasn't moving, we wouldn't even be here. But I'm not going to argue with none of you motherfuckers no more. I'm not trying to pull nobody that don't want to be pulled. I'm not trying to push nobody that don't want to be pushed. Right now, I got 3 minors. Natty, Caleb, and Kai. About to have 4. I need to check on my baby today. Make sure that belly going good. About to have 4. Everybody else of age. I got to get these minors up out the paint. And the ones who ain't minors, I still got to direct them. I still got to guide them. And I got to be guided. And I'm going to be guided by the right shit, not the wrong shit. And I'll be goddamn if I vote blue no matter who. Sorry, it don't work like that. You ain't gonna brutalize, then ignore me, and expect to get my vote in November. Eat a dick. I'm going to use whatever resources I have to keep moving and to keep my people moving. And I don't have much. But as y'all can see, I'm still eating, bitch. No. That's a big no. That's a resounding no. So yeah, y'all have a good early Friday evening. I might get back on this bitch, depending on how my night goes on the inside of the sandbox. If I'm not building sandcastles, I'm going to be digging holes. One love.
Fuck all y'all.